Okay, within 2 or 3 minutes, we will finish this class. Okay, because somewhat code is pending. So I am refining the code. So as today 2 periods conducted, a little bit time I will spend with you 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So within this, I want to finish this code. And next and coming Saturday, Sunday. And today is Saturday, and so okay, Sunday. Sunday is what? Today is 9. No? So 10th. We will study uh, this code in different manner. Okay, here I have used what? Local host. No? So local host means, what do you mean of local host? Try to understand. What do you mean of local host means? Your server is running a same system, same mission. Okay. So in this place, I want to use the loopback address that is called 127.0.0.1. I will explain in on Sunday class. Okay. So we will write. We will not here use that buffer reader. Okay. We will try to write the less code. Okay, this much code we know need not to use. Okay, in short code, how to write the code in different manner by using of word loopback address in place of this local host. Okay, port number will be same. Here I will use the loopback address 127.0.0.1. This code buffer reader will not be, it will be omitted from here. And okay, everything will be, so we will try to use in different coding. Okay, so it is to be finished. Na? So now you complete this. Na? You close this, you cut this code from here, you cut this and you paste here under this try block. Okay, because this is your catch block. As I told you that, where is your catch block? This is your, this is up to here, your catch block. This is what for main method. This is for main class. This is your try block close. Now here within this try block, you put this word, okay, paste. Okay, paste word. This is over. Now you come here. Okay, now try to do what? Now you need to close the loop, while loop, where this is while loop is, it is open, na? While loop is open here, but this while loop is part of your try block. Try to understand this. Here we need to close this while loop first. After that, try block to be closed. This is very important. Huh? Okay. Okay. Try while block started from here. After that, where should I close? Here one more command I will write that. That is what? Flush command. Flush is what? Flush is it is used for to flush out the buffer. It will be this along with. We need to use flush. That is what? br dot flush. Flush means if you simply put F, you will get this flush. Okay, you write this code. So what do you mean of this br dot flush? You try to understand what it does. Meaning of this one, d out, no, d out is what for this? Okay, d out, this is for, no, this is the method of what? Flush. Os means what? Output stream, na? So you write this. Okay, because now try to understand actually what, suppose if you are in confusion, it will give a lot of help to you. What if I use this br is what? Object for buffer reader. So if I put the dot operator after that f, so no any method I am getting here. That's why if I keep only I am getting this for format for. So means this method I want to use flush method here to force the buffer temporary memory, whatever the data it has, that is to be sent. So but it is not part of this br object buffer reader. So for the sending data output stream class I am using here, that is part of data output stream class object created. This is, so I need to use the os means that is the object. So now if you put the dot operator here, so these are the so many methods, this method flush method. So this is one way how to get the help. Suppose if you are, see, we are not, nobody is perfect in the programming. The code is what, once you are studying a lot of programming languages, Python, Java, C++, so there may be somewhat confusion while writing the code, but that moment you must understand that how to get the help. Suppose if I feel that, okay, I want, but I know that flush method to be used here. This is what flush method. So how to get that flush method? Simply you put the dot operator. This is the flush method. So before that, I have used the object as br here. So once I have used the br here, but I am not getting any method from that object. Okay, there is no any, if I pass any, there is no any method. So then I need to understand that, okay, OS, that object created for data output stream class to send the data. So once that method, I know that f flash, OS dot flash. Okay. Now method always must have brackets. Okay, no, that is to be terminated here. Now what happened? What is the meaning of this flush method? Try to understand. It forcefully flushes. Flush is what? Flush meaning what? What do you mean by flush? Flush means sending forcefully anything. So by force, buffer will be forced to send any data. Buffer is what? A temporary memory. Buffer will be forced. Buffer will be forced to send the remaining data. If it is any buffer is temporary memory, if it is having any remaining data, that will be forcefully flush out, sent to the server, because this is the client. Now we are writing for the client. So okay, so this is the OS flush method. That is part of your data output stream class, which is input out package. Now here, from here, I want to close this while loop. From here, you come down here. Now try to understand. This while loop started from here, okay, and it is closed here. Now the total code put in where? In your try block. This is open brace. Now I want to close here. After this objects, after whatever the code you have written for the client side for two operations, send operation and receiving operation. So that objects created, they must be closed. Okay, otherwise they will be a part of what? Garbage. They will be called as garbage. Okay. We need to close. So these objects closed here. What are the objects I have created? One is 3 object. Okay. So next, now try to understand that. I am going here. Okay. So okay. Now this is what your loop is while loop is closed, and where is your while loop is closed here. Your that is what your try block is closed. After that catch block. Okay, I told you that what is the role of the catch block. If any, what I told you that if any error in your try block starts from here. So how much of code I have written? This line of code, 1 line of code, 2 line of code, 3rd line, 4th line, 5th line, 6th line, 7th line, 8th line, 9th line, 10th line, 11th line. This much of code under the try. Even the while block also part of your try block. So what is try and catch blocks? When already I have conducted the classes over the try and catch block finally. Okay, try catch finally blocks. What is the meaning of that? Try block, catch blocks will be used for exception handling. Exception is a term used in programming to refer to the errors. Okay, if any error occurs in the any line of code, because Java is compiler based, na? So compiler is what? If any, this, as I told you that this is totally called source code. The total code is called source code. That's why it is a source file, .java file. So that will be read by compiler, and compiler, what it does, it will read all the line of code at a time, at a glance. and give the errors. But interpreter, it will not do like that. Interpreter read line by line. If it is okay, okay, next line reads. If it is okay, okay, next line reads. If it is okay, okay. Now here interpreter comes here in this line, 16th line, there is an error. So interpreter will not go ahead. Python is interpreter based program. So Python in interpreter, if error is in 16th line, interpreter will not go until you will not rectify the problem. But compiler not like that. Compiler reads all the lines from starting to ending. After that, gives the errors in this line, my dear programmer. 13th line is an error, 6th line, 20 line error. Okay. So in programming, exception handling, that is very important. See what happened whenever, what is happening here? Okay. So if in Java, exception handling, we need to do why? Because, okay, if any error is there, so next line of code will not be executed. Okay. Next line of code will not be executed. But by exception handling, if any error is here, any error within this try block, okay, try block up to this one, this much of code. Try block comes from here to where? Up to here. So within this much of code, an error is there. So next line of code will not be stopped. Okay. Compiler goes to next lines. It reads all that next lines, whatever the next lines is there, they will be executed. Okay. So that's because that handled by where? In catch block. Okay. In catch block, you can write any line of code here. That line of code you can write like this. Okay. System dot, okay, out dot println in this bracket. You can keep a statement that is what string type of data. Okay. Exception handled. Exception handled. Okay. Exception handled. Try to understand here. So what do you mean of this? You understood that if any where error is here, okay. So if here error is here, so compiler stops there. Okay. Next line of code will not be executed. But after that, what happens? So if error is here, that error will be handled by this catch block. Okay, this line of code will be handled. Okay, this line of code will be handled. Then after, compiler goes ahead, because we are that exception, that error being handled by catch block. Whatever the error occurs, that will be under try block. Error may be anywhere. Error may be anywhere. Error may be anywhere. Okay. If any line of code error is there, that error will be stored in this exception variable, and that will be printed as an error. After that, whatever the line of statement will be here in catch block, that will be printed. Exception handling. So that is another topic I have covered in exception handling. Okay. So now let us check that code. Everything is okay. So I want to spend 2 minutes, 2 or 5 minutes. After that, I want to terminate this class. We will meet on next means tomorrow on Sunday. The total program we will try to understand in different manner by using of what? Loopback address. That is what 127.0.0.1. That is what you know. So in your programming, normally what happen if your command prompt is here, na? So if you ping, suppose here, if you ping anything, ping 127.0.0.1. What do you mean of this? Try to understand. So this is called checking back the data, some bytes of data, 32 bytes means 32 bytes of data for 1 millisecond. So it has taken this much of time to send from the machine, means my computer, and receiving in my computer. Same thing is receiving in my computer. So means my machine, my system is the client, and same it is receiving. So means what? It is sending and it is receiving. How much of time it has taken? Time to live the packets, time 128 seconds, what? Milliseconds, 0 milliseconds. No, this is ms means milliseconds. Okay, 0% loss, no any packets, there is no any loss of packets. So within my my computer is sending, my computer is receiving with this loopback address. This is called 127.0.0.1 is a loopback address, understand? So loopback and means my within my system sending, and my as a client, my machine, my computer is as a client is sending and it is receiving with 0%. There is no any packet loss here. Within how much of time? 128 millisecond. Okay. So this address I will use here, the code nothing but localhost. In this place of localhost, I will write the 127.0.0.1 and some little bit of code I will change here. This buffer reader. Okay. We will try to do that in Sunday. Okay. And now let us see that what happened here in this code will be what happened for the execution. Okay. PowerShell, it is what it is. So normally what happened, this Vasu, the one statement I have kept here. So it is, I have gotten this much of code. So you clears the screen. You clears the screen. Okay. So exception handled, connection reset, exception handled. Okay. You clears screen. There is no. Now you run this compile. You run this button. So Vasu printed here. Okay, after that java.net connection, connect exception, connection refuse it, connect. Okay, so code now, this code, what you need to do, what you need to, this is written for client side. So one computer recites this much of code and another computer recites the code we have discussed in the Saturday. Friday. Where is that server side? Server side code, na? I will show that server side code. Where is that server board? This is the server code I have written. In the Friday class, I have briefed. Okay. In the this is the server side. Here server both means server will do the both the here only socket. This two classes I have used server socket, object created, this port number I have passed, and after that same data input stream class. Okay, and data output stream, buffer reader, two variables created, this while loop used here. The same thing. Okay, this is written for what? Your server side. So now server is functioning both the functions. Okay, for sending and receiving, same client. So this code will be residing another machine, two computers. Okay, so that moment from the one mission we need to use the command prompt. Okay, in the command prompt, from client side we need to do like this. Try to understand. Come back to the by this code, change directory. You come to the what? Root directory. From here you change directory to new. New is a, within this we need to use Java Java compiler, and that is what is server your client side server server1 dot Java file. This is a source file. Server1 is my file name and dot Java file. Now it is to be from server side. Okay. Now I told you that once whenever you are getting this much of code, that is what that is what you are. So Java C means compiler. It is not recognized as an external. At that moment I told you that. So you need to set the path. The path is what you know. So actually what happened, this file, this is what server both data Java, this is a source file. If you store this source file in your JDK, Java development kit bin folder, so it will not ask for this. Okay. So it means it is asking that Java compiler. So what happened, this server both dot Java, this file is stored outside of the bin folder, where try to understand here, come here, this is my computer. In this computer only I have one C drive. Now here, come here, this is the folder VS Code Java. VS Code Java. Now this folder have whatever the project source file, it is stored in this VS Code.java. But means what? You are storing your data outside of the bin folder. Where is our bin folder? Two program files are there. These program files for old microprocessors into 86 means these program files for 64-bit processors. This is for 32-bit processors. Nowadays, 8-core, octa-core processors, so they are referred as into 86. Okay, you go here. Where is that Java? This is JRE, Java Runtime Environment. Here, bin folder. If you store your source files within this bin folder, so this type of it will not ask like this. Okay. What is that? Where is this? Okay. This is where this is what. Okay. This is not recognized as this is like what, because now I have used word. Okay, dollar, no dollar here. You use that is what Java C server1 dot Java C server1 dot Java file. Now enter. So now what do you mean of this? Java is not recognized as means your source file not part of bin folder. It is part of where you have stored that Java source file outside of this bin, where in another folder. That's why. So you need to set the path. That path I have told you in Friday class. Two ways: temporary path and permanent path. Okay, by going to my computer control panel, system control panel, system advanced settings. Okay, environment variable, click on when environment variable, then user variable. Okay, set the path like that I have briefed. You follow that. Okay, one server side code in one client and client side code in one machine, server side code in one machine. And you do the practice, and whenever client is sending that message to be received by the server, and server, whenever server is sending, that is to be received by the client side in the command prompts. Okay, you practice that. Okay, I hope that. And Sunday class we will try to use the this loopback address. So that moment, what I'm thinking that if I'm using same machine as a client and server, by that loopback address, both the what is that? Both the same machine I am using, same computer. So if I am sending in my computer, same message to be received to my computer because I am using the loopback address. So we will check back that. The same thing I have used, I shown here, that is 127.0.0.1 pinging. So it is being received in my computer. So if I use my computer as a client and server, if I am sending, so that is to be received. So let us see on Sunday. Okay, we'll do the practice. So have a nice day. Jai Hind. Okay, now I'm going to terminate this session, and this will be kept in YouTube. And whomever is not, whomever unable to attend these classes due to their busy schedules, you go there and you get from there. Okay, thank you. Jai Hind. Now I'm going to terminate this session. Stop screen.